Hey, it's Jess. I don't know, you might have been wondering where on earth the new podcast episodes are for 2023. I ended last year with all kinds of ideas, goals for the podcast, goals for the business, things I wanted to talk about, and hinted at a whole bunch of cool topics that I wanted to cover for you. If you've seen the short that I posted last week, then you might know like our dog was really sick, and unfortunately, a few days ago, he did pass away from stomach cancer, and he's just like he's our family. We don't have kids, so he's like losing like this precious part of our household, and we've had to take some time to just reassess, figure out how to fill all of the extra time that we suddenly have, and kind of deal with all of that. So I've put the podcast on hold just for a bit. We were dealing with all of his health problems and stuff starting right away on New Year's Day, and it just has pretty much occupied all of our time. Uh, but I'm starting to feel like it's time to get the podcast going again and get some new episodes. And those are going to start coming out next week. So that should be about January 24th, should be the first episode of 2023. And I have all kinds of things that I want to cover and talk to you about, so I'm really excited to record it and get it out to you. But if you're wondering why there hasn't been a new episode yet this year, that is mainly the reason. Now, one of the things we're also doing for 2023 is we're getting going on Whatnot. We have at least 10,000 comic books, more than I want to have, and we thought getting them sold on Whatnot would be kind of a cool way to start moving some of our comic book inventory a little bit faster. And we actually did do our first Whatnot show about a week ago, and it went pretty well. I was pretty happy with the outcome. We sold a few things. We didn't have any major glitches. I enjoyed talking to the people who showed up. And so we're going to keep doing that. And our next show is going to be Sunday, January 22nd, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And that'll be all comic books. We're doing kind of a Bronze Age extravaganza with lots of neat books from the 70s and early 80s. So if you're into comic books, tune in for that. I'm sure I'll make some mistakes and it'll be fun to listen to. I do try to make it an entertaining show. So if you're not following us on Whatnot, make sure you do. That's whatnot.com/storage warrior Canada. Give us a follow, and I'm going to put a link down here. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot yet, I'm going to put a little link that's going to get you a $10 credit towards your first purchase. So make sure that you use that link to sign up if you are not already a Whatnot member. So lots to come this year. I'm excited to bring it to you. We'll see you next week for the first episode of 2023. Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you do want some content, there actually did release some content. Last week, I was on the eBay for Business podcast with Griff, and we had a really fun interview talking about buying storage auctions and the business of reselling, and all kinds of cool aspects of what we do as resellers. So make sure you check that out on the eBay for Business Facebook page. Have a listen, and I'll be back next week with a new podcast episode.